I'm excited to welcome on one of the top guys 2021, a top 100 player, Erik Reynolds. What's going on today, bro?
Nothing much, man. Just chilling.
For sure, man. Well, we know during this whole quarantine time, it's been a lot of stuff that you pretty much can spend at home working out. But the biggest thing is it's a different recruiting process for guys, especially in the 2021 class. How have you been able to go through this?
Um, for basically, you just gotta stay dedicated. You know what I mean? Gotta stay locked in on what you want to do, no matter how hard the times is right now. Of course, it's unfortunate you can't really, you know what I mean, play in front of coaches and all that right now. But still got to do your own work behind the scene. You know, working out in the house, getting outside, running a little bit. You gotta do what you can to stay in shape so you can be ready for when that time comes. So that's what I've been on.
And I can imagine, obviously, you were a guy that started getting the top 100, starting to get some more publicity. But obviously, I think you probably wanted the AU season to start moving more up and get a lot more offers. How do you kind of plan to be able to show that out, though, this upcoming high school season?
It's definitely gonna be different. You just gotta find a way to adjust to it and see how, because they say in certain dates where colleges come here and here, but I don't really know how we're gonna move into the high school season and try and jump into AAU events and go right into high school. So it's gonna be something new, but you gotta adjust to it. I'm ready for it though.
And at the same time, we look at you, still been able to get some offers done. Obviously, Georgetown's been recent, Temple, VCU, Seton Hall's been one of those recent ones. Seeing some of these schools start coming to play, what's that like?
Um, it feels good, you know, knowing that my name is out there a little bit, knowing that schools are actually coming to see me and see what type of player I am. It's just something for me to look forward to. It's also a motivation for me to keep getting better so I can get more and more out there. So, yeah, it feels pretty good.
And I can assume there's a lot of schools that have heavy interest in you right now. Who's some of the schools also talking to you?
The main four or five probably VCU, Mason, St. Joseph's, and Richmond, and also JMU.
Gotcha. And I believe you took a visit, obviously, out to Mason. What was that visit like?
Oh, it was great. And I got to see, I got to see what the campus was like. I got to see how the players live. I got to see like the community of school because around that time students was walking around and stuff. So I got to see, the different buildings, how people interact with each other, how the practices go. It was pretty good. It was a nice experience.
And this whole time, usually the typical summer slash spring for a guy in your class is obviously going through AAU and also going to campuses, visiting schools. What's it been like doing these virtual visits, though, for you?
Um, it's been something that I can't really, say like I can't really say, oh, I've been there, been that, but
Yeah.
I've seen the buildings, but everything's better in person. But it's good. It's good to get on these Zoom calls and talk to these coaches and actually see what these facilities have and the type of buildings that they have and stuff like that. So it's good, but I'd rather be there in person.
And sometime the next year, I can imagine you're obviously going to commit. Are you waiting to go commit to wait till you go on some more visits, you actually see the schools, meet the coaches in person?
Yes, I'm waiting for that. I try to, depending on how the NCAA treats it, like I wanna try to get to more schools, see how they can do. Like I did with Mason, I want to get out to those officials and see if I can actually fit in these schools that's talking to me.
And so before all the Corona stuff happened, did you kind of have a target date? Did you want to be committed before season, or what did you have before all the stuff happened?
Um, Not really. I didn't really have a date that I wanted to commit because I wasn't really sure as far as like all the different schools reaching out. Plus, like I still had like different offers coming in, so I didn't know what was going through my head pretty right yet. But I don't really have a date. I'm still waiting.
Absolutely. And for you, you look at some of the schools that have offered you. You just talk about some of the schools that's been talking to you the most. Are you still kind of waiting to see more schools come into play?
Yes, yes, I am. I keep in mind those schools that have been constantly talking to me and staying up, like as far as communication and letting me know that they are very interested in me. Like those schools are definitely on my top priority right now. But I'm still open for recruiting. Like I'm not like buckling down any cutting down any list right now. I'm
Yeah.
just yeah. So
And I can imagine, once you start cutting down that list sometime in the future, how do you kind of plan to do that? What are you looking for in each college to be able to make your top eight, top 10, or whatever list you have?
um, biggest thing is play style for me. Like play style and having great relationship with the coaches. Like family oriented organization. Like I like those type of programs where everyone's in it like together instead of some people like be off track and stuff like that. So I want everybody to be on one page and just to go in and do what I do best.
And so, would you say is there any kind of priority for you to stay close to home, or would you not? Would that be an attraction to you, or would it be something that you just don't really care about location wise?
I don't really care about location wise. It's just it can't be like like too close to home for me. Like I want to get away a little bit,
Yeah.
but if like the best opportunity for me to have is like close to home, then I'll take that. But personally, I would like to get away a little bit, and
And I know another thing that some people are starting to realize and want to possibly pursue a mid-major that'd be an okay option for you. Are you looking at something? Do you want it to be a Power Five school? That's something that's going to be a big attraction to you, or do you not really care if it's mid-major, low major, or high major?
That's not really a big preference for me, but like I know that with different schools like offers, like I know that people talk, so my name is gonna get out there somehow, some way. But at the end of the day, I'm just looking for the best school that fits me best and supports me for the type of player I am.
Without a doubt. And when you talk about your upcoming high school season, obviously we had a big time season once again, but we have dynamic duo guy, obviously Rodney. He's moving on now, going into Matha. For him, how excited are you for the next opportunity for him?
Oh, that's my guy. I mean, we always gonna be close. Like I always support him. I always tell him, do what's best for you, and he made that decision what's best for him. So I always got his back through all that. Even though it is unfortunate that he did leave me, but it's all good. We gonna do what we can, and we both gonna get better. So that's what matters the most.
And over the past couple of years playing with him, what has that been like? What was it like kind of having per se next to kind of like a dynamic duo next to you?
It's been good. That's my. People say that's my road dog. Like that's like that 1-2 punch right there. So both of us, we were really like considered a threat. Like we would go at different teams. We'll just have big numbers each game too. So like it's been good. The chemistry's been building up especially since my sophomore year and this freshman year. So it's been better.
And you look down the line, I mean, it could be something that could come into play. Have you guys talked about possibly wanting to team up someday in college or maybe if it is pro someday?
We haven't really talked about it, but we know it's possible. Like we like joke about it sometimes, but we know it's possible, but we haven't really, talked about it on a serious note.
Gotcha. And I mean, for that opportunity, I mean, I'm sure you're a guy that some big schools have reached out to you about possibly want to transfer, whether it be a big in-state school or maybe even a prep school somewhere. Is this something you considered?
Nah, I'm not. I don't think I would take that prep school route or transfer anywhere. I think, I'll stay where I'm at.
That's big time. So, I mean, that obviously means that next year you're going to be on the spotlight. You're going to be the go-to guy, number one option. How do you kind of plan to lead your guys?
Um, First, I want to set the example. Like going into each game, no matter who we playing against, just give it your all. Like no letdowns, no soft stuff. Like I want people to go at it at each game like it's their last. Like I want them to treat it, like we're playing against the best school in the country each game, just so we can have that rep out there that we don't back down from anyone. So that's how I want to lead the team to the next level.
There's one tournament this past season I really want to touch up on, and that's obviously the KD tournament. You went off, obviously, you got a lot more spotlight on you, a lot more attention on you. What went into your mind as you're kind of gearing up for that tournament and were able to have the breakout performance you had?
That game going into it, I knew they said it was gonna be televised, and I knew that they said it was gonna be a lot of like scouts there. It was gonna be college coaches there, media, this that. So I knew it was gonna be a big stage. So I just took it like got in my mind. I was like, all right, just play your game. It's a big stage. Everybody's watching you, but you still gotta do you and do what you do best. So I just went out there with that mindset, like it was none of that out there. So I played like regular, like it was no media, nothing that. I just played like it was a regular high school game.
That's huge. And I mean, obviously, we talked about Ronnie's not there next year, and he took obviously a lot of shots last year. He's had a big time role in the team. Who else in the team do you see kind of stepping up now and per se kind of filling his shoes?
Um, Definitely my man Cole. He definitely got to step into a way bigger role. Ball handling more, communicating more. Just I feel like he'll be like the next guard spot. That would be big for him. He'll take that role. We also got a kid that was a freshman last year named Zane. He also got to step up a lot too. because he was throwing the fire a lot last year as well. So he got step into he got step into play as well.
You have 1 year left of high school basketball. I know it's going to be a big year. It should be a fun year. Hopefully everything clears up corona-wise. But you go out
Hopefully.
there, what kind of accolades do you want to win? What's some personal goals that you set for yourself? Then so you're able to achieve them from 1 year from now.
Oh man, next year going into that next high school season, I'm trying to get that 1,000 points. I'm almost there too. I'm like 200 points away or something like that. So I'm close. So that's one of the goals that I am focusing on. I'm trying to get that, and I'm also trying to get that IAC championship. I gotta bring it home for my senior year. That's one thing that I wanted to do the whole time I was there. So that's the two things I'm focused on right there, and of course getting better. But
Yeah. And so, I mean, obviously, like I said, you're going to commit about somewhere in the next year or so. So being ready for college, what are you looking to add to your game? What do you think you need to put in your game so you're ready to go right when you get to college?
definitely need to work on my pace. Coming off like reading the defense offensively, being more patient with the ball, making better plays, and yeah, that's the main thing I'm focusing on.
When you talk about you and trying to progress now for college, what kind of player do you talk to these coaches? What do they kind of see you turning into being? What do they want from you when you get to college?
Most schools that have reached out to me, they said that they want me to be the primary ball handler, if not be like that combo guard role, like playing good with the ball and without the ball, making different reads, just making the team better, but also doing what I do best. Like they say, they see me getting downhill, creating shots for myself, creating shots for teammates. So most schools, well, all the schools that contacted me, they said that they want the ball in my hands and they want me to be like that playmaker that will, do things.
And I can imagine that your ultimate goal is to play in the NBA someday, being that kind of player. What's your mindset going in? I mean, do you kind of see yourself as being a one and done possible player, or how long do you kind of see yourself until you're ready for that?
Definitely want to reach the league, but
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure that I'm like completely ready. All attributes, like all the things that I'm telling you now. Like I want to make sure those are
Yeah.
even better down the road. And the school that I pick one day, I hope they, want the same goal for me and that they help me with those things and get me better. So
And
yeah.
for you, I'm sure there's someone in the NBA, a couple of guys even that you kind of take pieces from, kind of model your game after. Who are some of those guys?
My favorite player of all time is Dwayne Wade. I feel like I model his game the most. He attacks, but if you leave him too much space, he'll shoot. He makes plays for his teammates. Like he's an all-around player. So that's why I model my game the most after.
That's big time, man. My last one before I let you go, I mean, I know you're a man of faith. I know you're a believer. I mean, it's kind of talk about your faith. How would you say God's going to help you get to the point you're at today?
Oh, faith got to be strong. Stay. I thank God for everything that He's given me, blessing me opportunity with. Just the situation that I've been put in. It's been bad ones, it's been good ones. I just appreciate it every day. I thank Him every day for the things He's done for me, for the opportunities give me to play basketball. That's a gift right there. So especially with the attention from different colleges, so that's something I really thank Him for, and I keep my faith strong in that.
Amen, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking time to come on, my guy, and look forward to seeing what God's got in store for you next year.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Anytime, man. I was welcome on, man. Talk to you later, bro. God bless.
All right, you too.